Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. We are back for a second live for today. This one will be a quick gossip chat. I went through my saved stuff, and I thought I had more saved stuff, but I didn't, okay? So we're going to get through this and then chill out for the rest of the evening, okay? We know Housewives of Atlanta going off, so all I have to look forward to tonight is watching the Gilded Age, okay? But y'all know first things first, if we've not done so already, take a second to make sure to subscribe to my channel. Become out JayBird, and all that stuff. Y'all know to like and subscribe. Okay, like and subscribe. You can also share this video and follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. Okay, we just did our live Love and Marriage Huntsville review, so go watch that once you're done here. Okay, y'all know there's always other stuff up on the channel, so go watch it. Okay, but these few people is what we will be discussing today. I am still around here in my hoodie and no lipstick. Okay, real basic face. Okay, but then I hope y'all all had a great day today. And we're gonna have my eyes itchy. Okay, my eyes a little bit itchy. Hopefully I ain't got the kin disease around here. But I hope y'all are enjoying y'all Sunday. If you're watching live or the replay, thank you very much. Okay, we appreciate it and stuff. Okay, I was trying not to push it back later and stuff, but I was like, wait a minute, who I gotta talk about? I'm like, girl, push it back about 6:45, 6:50. Okay, so here we are. Because once I would have got to 7 and I was ready yet, I would have canceled. Okay, but we are here for a good time, not a long time, because I did not plan on doing a 2-hour live for Love and Marriage Huntsville, so I cannot do a 2-hour live today. Okay, however, okay, yep, we round here. I was able, and I didn't have to edit nobody. I didn't have to cut nobody's head off and put it on nobody else's body today. I almost wanted to with Sha'Carri, but I found her in a little black-ish dress, okay? And so here we are. Anyway, okay. Red is also my favorite color as well. Okay, I love red has always been my favorite color, and then black is a runner up. Okay, a whole runner up. But again, happy Sunday to everyone. And I'm gonna get right into it because I'm like, look, we don't have all the time. Okay, I really have to get prepared to watch the Gilded Age. Okay, and I think I have to watch Love After Lockup. That review will be up tomorrow. I think I'm going to do a recap of Project Runway. I love Project Runway. I've watched Project Runway forever, and I love Fashion. Okay, and La Roche is on this season, so I wanted to go and get some screenshots from that, and I'll have that up tomorrow as well. And I may do a conversation about the Shy, the full series, full season. So we shall see. But I do have to watch Love After Lockup. I want to get back into my Love After Lockup videos. So again, those will not be live. Those will be pre-recorded. I will put out probably on Mondays. Anyway, okay, let me get to sharing my screen. For the few things popping off on the blogs and whatnot, and people, it's lawsuits, child, is arrests, okay, it's couples and stuff, and it's things going on, and I need Jesus to fix it all. Okay, boom. So I want to. Do I have any weird news? Let me see. Well, Gilbert Arenas is still snitching because he said I ain't going to jail. He said, play with your mama, don't play with me. I may have been involved because I rented out my house, but I don't want to go to prison.
Well, how you put a little bit more butter on them biscuits? I think I seen a little something, something, something. Oh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm about to snitch for sure.
Because he's not a street guy, I feel like they said, oh, he can snitch because it's fine. Look, if you did not do anything and a crime was committed and you could possibly go to jail for it, I am all for snitching. Okay, so Gilbert Arenas said, look, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. They did it. I'm going to tell on anyone. And as soon as they say, point them out, I'm going to say, number 3, Your Honor. Number 3 did it. Number 2 did it. Number 4 bought a hooker. And number 1 paid for the chef. Okay, so I'm like, he going to snitch all up and through. And that's fine. Snitches get stitches sometimes. What I am very upset about this. Okay, I am very upset about this. And just like that, okay, the Sex and the City spinoff will be ending after this current 3rd season. Okay, it comes on HBO Max, and the current season 3 is airing right now, and it's only 2 episodes left. And the last episode was really, really good and stuff. And I'm like, oh, we're getting into like the feel of Sex in the City. And I'm like, okay, cool. Hopefully we'll get a season 4. And note, the creator of the show announced that while writing season 3, him and Sarah Jessica Parker had the feeling that, this was a good place to end the show. So they did not announce while promoting season 3, it was the last season. They said we waited until, we got 2 episodes left. So it's like a 2-part finale. And they wanted to wait to announce the series was ending to the end of it. So that way no one was watching the season was like, oh, it's ending. They wanted folks to just enjoy the show, watch it without being, bummed out that it's ending. I mean, telling us 2 episodes before the finale that it's ending. I mean, it's still sad. I like the show. I watched all 3 seasons. I was not one of those nitpicky people who, oh, I hate this. Where's Samantha? I didn't do that. I felt like this show was a representation of people who are not in their 50s or 60s, and they've been lifelong friends or whatever. But this is how things are now. I never expected them to be just how they were, 20 years ago. They're not 20, 30, 40 anymore. There are grown women with husbands and ex-husbands and dead husbands and kids and cats and dogs or whatever, new friends, old friends. I liked the change in the show because again, it was no longer Sex in the City. It was now called And Just Like That. The only part of the show I did not like with that whole Miranda and Shay shit from season 2, that was a no for me. But again, if you watch And Just Like That, this is the last season. It was gonna be 2 episodes left. I may do a series recap. I might. I don't know. But again, that was sad. Chris Brown, Charlotte. I was on TikTok last night, and Chris Brown is on tour, and I almost sat and was watching a live feed of his tour. I was like, wait a minute, I'm not no Chris Brown. I can't be watching Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? Because he be beating people up. And so I quickly scroll off of it. I just like for a good 2 minutes, I forgot. And I'm like, oh no, I can't. Keep going. But anyway, on the tour, he has these huge Chris Brown type statues that folks, because it's called Breezy Bowl. So because he has these huge statues that he has up around the venue, folks was complaining because they're like it's blocking people's view. Because it's a huge thing. So like if you have the little poles or whatever, you can sometimes see through around the pole. If you have a huge ass Chris Brown statue, it can block some people's view. And so folks was complaining about it all over social media. So Chris Brown heard y'all. Chris Brown said, Team Breezy, I will be making certain changes with the statues obstructing some of y'all's view at Breezy Bowl. I'm seeing a lot of y'all TikToks and concerns. Other than that, please be humble. I go 100,000,000% for y'all. So let me be clear and understanding, okay, because I was about to turn into Chris Brown for a sec. Let y'all and can't wait to see all of you. Chris Brown, calm down. Okay. I also feel like I wonder if people planning tours realize when you have huge statues, it's gonna block people's like. It's no point in like put that up on the stage behind you. You should not put statues in the crowd because again, it'll block someone's view. If you want a big ass Chris Brown balloon, put the balloon on the stage. Okay, but Chris Brown said I'm gonna move it around some kind of way. I'm gonna get it figured out. But I heard y'all, but don't make me act up. Chris, stop. Okay, we don't want you getting arrested. Well, I mean, you could if you do something, but stop acting like a little aggravated individual. I won't call you no asshole, because I don't want to do that. Now, Machine Gun Kelly, will he go by MGK? But it stands for Machine Gun Kelly. I wonder we ever stop going by that name. That's a violent name. Anyway, while interviewing, he brought up how he turned down the role in Sinister. I don't know. He was saying he was going to be one of the racist people. It was that one man and the lady who Remick bit or whatever. He was supposed to be a man. He said, I can't be racist.
I was supposed to be in that.
Which role?
No, the vampire. They had me set up to do the auditions. It's the vampire, the one that's in the house. So he's the second vampire, the one that the guy comes and like he eats the family up. Yeah, but in the audition, he has to say the N-word, and I just wouldn't do it.
Yes, from our conversations.
For sure.
Yeah, that was that's good. Hey, bring the world together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, appreciate that. That Django Unchained thing was pretty wild to watch.
Like Sinners, I was supposed to be in.
He said, I do not want to say the N-word. I am conflicted on that. I always feel like if you acting and you an actor, as long as you ain't doing it in real life, when you're depicting things in a certain time period piece, we gonna need some white people to sometimes say, some words. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate people who are for the cause and does not want to cause any harm and does not want to offend anyone. And in their life, they're against using that word. I fully get that. Okay. But if you want to be an actor, I feel I am okay in the actor realm of it. And I don't think even in the movie he had to say the word a whole bunch of times, but I think him just saying I didn't want to say it once. I mean, cool, but sir, it's okay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Also, but kudos to him for having morals. I don't care about the check. I don't want to say the word. I fully also appreciate that as well. Because some people say, I'm gonna say in all up and through, and because like they said in Django Unchained with Leonardo DiCaprio, It was a whole lot of N-words in that movie. So, we can appreciate when a Caucasian brother, okay, wants to not be a part of the N-word saying crowd, even in movies. So congrats to him. But I do wonder, could they have said, you know what, we're not going to have the character say the N-word. We have, I don't remember him say the N-word. Because he didn't encounter any N-words. Because when Remnick went to the house, I don't recall Remnick or the white man saying any N-words, okay? I don't. So maybe they changed that after MGK said no to the role. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Hi. It's weird. Oh, you don't have to. What have I seen? I feel like I've seen MGK in at least one thing, and I didn't hate him in it. But again, look, stand up for what you want and what you don't want. And if you don't want to call anyone the N-word in a movie, then don't call us the N-word in the movie. I can appreciate that. Megan Thee Stallion. So look, Megan was around here winning cases, in my opinion. This whole Megan Tory situation is going to be a forever in the day. Drag on. However, they have been back and forth in court. Megan is suing the blogger girl, Milagro Grams, because she accused Milagro Grams of basically child stalking her and being mean to her and being biased and being just mean-spirited and being just aggravating on social media about her. And she claimed that it was Tory Lanez kind of putting her behind that. And, because I always tell y'all, on these social media streets, you have to be careful what you say, how you say it, if it's true, And, Megan was like, girl, she was around here on some BS. It's defamation lawsuit and it's still going on. So they had a deposition with Tory Lanez. And they say Tory Lanez, that happened on April 9th. They said the deposition quickly derailed because Lanez kept interrupting questions, was mocking Megan's lawyer's hair, and treated the proceedings like an open mic night at the prison. Now, I don't get how Tory Lanez, little trolley man, I feel like he consistently does stuff which lets me know he hasn't changed. He doesn't take anything serious. But why would you be at a deposition causing this havoc? Okay, the deposition lasted less than an hour, and Megan legal team filed a motion asking why he should not be held in contempt because he missed the April 30th deadline to request an extension. It was a whole bunch of bullshit. So like, look, hey, pay the fee. So Tory Lanez has to pay Megan's lawyer fee because why? He was around there bullshitting. And I feel like he always act that way. He's always doing something dumb. So Florida judge ruled Lanez must now cover Megan's lawyer fees, and he will have a supervised, and the next deposition will be supervised by a magistrate judge, and her team is also asking for a special master at Lanez expenses to oversee the process. Make Tory Lanez pay for everything, whatever it is. Okay, for a lawyer, for a judge, for a magistrate, for a reporter, for a security guard, whatever. Because it's like, sir, cooperate. If you had nothing to do with it, why make it harder to allow that to be found out? To me, if you bullshit around, you don't want the truth out here. Okay, so I'm happy he's in prison. Stay got him locked. Stay locked up today and forever. Oh asshole. Do y'all remember Erica Banks when Megan was still under 1501 Entertainment under Carl Crawford's label? I remember Erica Banks was that girl who I kept on saying she sounded like Meg. It's kind of weird. Carl is now admitting that Erica was trying to be like Megan. But I feel like, was it that she wanted to be like Megan, or did y'all want to try to create a new Megan to try to dethrone the current Megan? Which one was it, Carl?
I saw Erica when me and Megan was on good terms. T. Ferris told me that probably wouldn't be a good idea because, you know, girls don't like to have more, you know what I'm saying? Right. They want to be the only one and all that type of stuff. So I let it go, you know what I'm saying? But I kept it in my head that one thing.
We know that ain't true because we know that Megan has worked with other female rappers. So it can't be true that Megan would not want to work with somebody else, the female rapper.
Things went south. I was able to hit her back up.
How do you feel about Erica's career right now?
Well, right now, Erica, she's more like known for like the hip hop stuff, the TV stuff instead of her music. You know, she's a real talented artist. That's why I came in and something. I felt like she had the chance to be a star just like Megan. But you know, she wanted to part ways. She wanted to be Megan so much, you know what I'm saying, that she wanted to do everything that Megan did, even fight with me, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? She wanted to be like Megan so much, bro. She wanted to even fight with me like Megan fight with me, you know, because there wasn't no reason for us to be beefing because I had just went through that with her. So my whole thing was like, yo, I don't want to go through this with nobody.
Carl consistently blames everything on other people. It's so strange. I feel like when him and Evelyn Lozada was together and she had that little TV show and we seen like clips of him, he didn't seem so lame back then. However, I'm like, he's a lame ass dude. It's just weird to me, but I feel like they wanted Erica Banks to be like Megan. I do think she's now more known on Love and Hip Hop. I do think no one takes her music seriously. I think that happened because she started getting surgeries and her ass got really, really big. And I feel like other stuff started overshadowing her music. I think even her going on Love and Hip Hop ruined her career as well. As far because if you want to be a rapper for real, don't go on Love and Hip Hop and start twerking. You just can't do that, okay? But Carl, like, she wanted to be Megan. Y'all wanted her to be Megan. Y'all promoted her as if she was a Megan replacement, okay? And that's why y'all are now nobodies. Congrats to Busta Rhymes. You know, Busta Rhymes had his 2025 Hollywood Walk of Fame star put around it. Is they gonna ever run the spaces? Is this a long street? Anyway, he's around here saying, I am happy to have this.
LL Cool J, I gotta thank you for being my first MC that I wanted to look like. I wanted to rhyme like. When I saw the Bad video, and you was, like when I saw that, I said, I'm performing like that. I'm rhyming like that. So then you got all of that. All of that you see me doing is from that video. And then I combine that with dancehall culture from Jamaica. And that became Busta Rhymes. LL also gave me my first flow pad in the bus, my first battle rap situation.
Congrats to Busta Rhymes. I feel like he's been out for so long. He doesn't get the respect he deserves. Because Busta Rhymes back in the day, we love, you know, slimmer Busta with the locks and all that stuff, dance around. Okay, him in the Terror Squad. What was they called? It was him and them people. I can't think of the names was. But again, congrats to him. And also I love him paying homage to LL. Because sometimes we don't know who inspired who. So that is great. Congrats to that man. What's his man name? Beyonce Diddy. I said, what's his man name? Beyonce Diddy. Matthew knows. We know that Beyonce's music was stolen while she was on tour in Atlanta. Now, y'all know Matthew used to be her manager. I feel like, Flip Mode Squad. Thank you. I could not remember their names. Busta Rhymes and Flip Mode Squad and stuff. But yeah, you know, Matthew Knowles used to be Beyonce's manager. I do feel like she learned a lot from him, but she may be more lenient than him because he said, I would have fired the goddamn person.
Because NBC News is reporting that hard drives containing unreleased music from your daughter were stolen from her choreographer's car in Atlanta last week. Do you know anything about that?
Well, I don't know anything other than what I heard in the news, but I can tell you, Don, her choreographer had better be glad that I'm not still managing her, because he would be in hot water. First of all, why did he have a hard drive with all her music? He's a choreographer. And if he did have it, why didn't he secure it? You never, ever would leave anything like that in a car.
Now, I said that before, but I also felt like maybe they hadn't got to town. Maybe they had not got to the hotel yet. Maybe they thought this, that, and the other. So I gave leniency a little bit, like, okay, maybe they just, because they're not from there. So if you off the plane or off the bus, you get a little rental car and you stop somewhere fast, you may not be thinking the car would get broken into. But it's also kind of right in saying, you know, you should never keep that kind of stuff like in a car. You should never leave hard drives in a car. If I was the manager, fired.
Mm-hmm.
So that's troublesome to me.
Well, it should be troublesome. So what does that mean, though? Because the music has not been released. Someone can take it, they pirate it, or they can either use it to try to create their own thing. What does something like this mean for an artist to have their music, their unreleased music, stolen, Mr. Knowles?
Yeah, I think what it means in this case, that Beyonce will have to make a decision if she's going to release now. She was working on another project, and now she might have to release it sooner than she had anticipated.
And that'd be the fucked up part, that people, you know, still. Now, I don't think we've heard any snippets, any released music from those files. So whatever people have, they haven't released it yet. But we know that's probably stuff from Act 3 or stuff from Act 4, who knows? But him saying, you know, she's gonna probably have to release it earlier than she thought she would have to.
What happens to this choreographer? I mean, if you were there, we know what would happen, but what could happen?
Yeah, I mean, that should never, ever happen.
Yeah.
Let's start there.
Yeah.
Meaning you should be fired. What you did should have never happened. What happened should have never happened on your watch or anyone else's watch. Do not put the goddamn stuff in the car no more. Okay. I want to get Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy, I told y'all we're not gonna be at that long. Soulja Boy was arrested. Now, I don't get why felons be riding around here with guns and stuff, or riding around with other people who have them for no reason. So Soulja Boy was arrested. There was a traffic stop. He was a passenger in the car. However, in the car, it was a gun. Okay. And because he is a felon who can't be around guns, he was arrested. Again, he was a passenger, but I'm like, look, I am just a firm believer in you cannot be, you cannot allow just anybody to be around you, because what happens is you get in trouble. Careful of the company you keep. If you are a felon, anyone around you should know, hey, you can't have a gun on you because I cannot be around guns. And when you end up getting caught up in other people's bullshit, it's fucked up. It says Soulja Boy was arrested. I'm on a different website. Soulja Boy was arrested on weapons charges following a traffic stop hours before celebrating his 35th birthday. He's 35? Mm-hmm. He was in LA. Okay. He was arrested in the early mornings on Sunday, August 3rd. He was taken into custody for being a felon in possession of a firearm. That's just stupid. I don't want no gun near me if I'm a felon. I don't want no gun near the car I'm in because I'm a felon. I don't want anyone around me who would think to have a gun on them knowing I'm a felon. Okay. They were stopped around Melrose in Genesee. The officers discovered a firearm in the vehicle. And so arrested. You know why? Because you're a felon. So stupidity sometimes is the easiest route to jail, or just bad relationships, bad friendships. There are people around you who don't care if their bad decisions affect you, because we don't know if it was his gun or not, but somebody had a gun in the car. Okay, so hopefully he get it all straightened out. But I feel like, child, stop being stupid. Sha'Carri Richardson, she has a boyfriend, right? Her boyfriend is also a track. I'm saying he's a sprinter. He's also like a gold Olympic medal person. So she got arrested. Sha'Carri, I said, girl, no. So Sha'Carri Richardson was charged with 4th-degree domestic violence, accused of shoving and throwing headphones at her sprinter boyfriend, Christian Coleman, at an airport in the fight. Now, look, I always tell y'all, stop fighting in public. Fight at home, in your car. Do not fight in public because people will call the police and you get arrested. It's the whole thing. Don't fight at all. Okay? Don't fight at all. Per the Dad and Brand report, said 25-year-old was charged with 4th-degree domestic violence following an alleged incident, altercation. Okay, with her boyfriend, fellow Olympian Christian Coleman, in the Seattle Tacoma International Airports. She was reportedly seen on security footage. Look, you can't do stuff in public. There's cameras everywhere. So per security footage, it shows her yanking his backpack, shoving him into a wall, and appeared to throw headphones at the 29-year-old sprinter during the incident. TSA called the police. Oh, disturbance. Okay. Now, her boyfriend, Christian, he denied to press charges. He denied he's not, participating with the investigation. He's like, look, I ain't, because you don't want to know why? Because it was a simple altercation. We fussing. She pissed at me. Yeah, she pushed me. She threw the headphones at me. But yeah, I live. I'm not gonna press charges. Wanna know why? Because they're gonna be together. Okay. She was booked on Sunday, released on Monday afternoon. Neither of their camps have spoken out in any kind of statement. It said despite the arrest, Sha'Carri competed in the opening round of the 100-meter U.S. Championship in Oregon, and it's still set to premiere at the World Championships this September in Tokyo. Look, couples have fights and whatnot. We can't get involved sometimes. Leave it be. But I need people to stop getting upset in public and then reacting, because what happens is to y'all is nothing. To y'all, I'm upset, I'm pissed, I push him or whatever. He don't care. But then you get arrested. Now, first of all, everyone keep your hands to yourself. Okay? No one should put their hands on anybody else. Keep your hands to yourself, because if he had pushed her, we be pushed. So we will be pissed. So I don't want to downplay it because she's a female push a male. So everyone keep your hands to yourself, period. But it feel like it was an argument, a little push, a little shove, because she pissed and now she got locked up. Now she got a whole record. Well, at least an accusation of a record. But again, he did not, for charges, he did not want to be included in the investigation, meaning I'm not leaving her. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. What's left? I can be done in an hour. I can be done in an hour. Yay! Issa Rae. Where Issa Rae at? Now, Issa Rae getting sued. What's right here? Issa Rae hit with a lawsuit over the One of Them Days movie. Now, first of all, someone is claiming she stole their script. I'm like, One of Them Days is just Friday in a female version. I'm like, it's Friday. It's two, poor, non-working individuals or kind of working individuals who owe rent. And all the foolishness that goes on while trying to get money for the rent. That is Friday. So did Ice Cube take them? I don't know. So she's been in a lawsuit from three screenwriters who claim that her movie One of Them Days is a ripoff of their 2020 script. The same name. It's a ripoff of their movie One of Them Days. I'm sorry, no. Her movie was called One of Them Days, and their script was called One of Those Days. Per allhiphop.com, Joshua Isaacson, Sean Oku, and Tyrone Perry filed a lawsuit on July 30th against Issa Rae, Sony, TriStar, Sharetta Singleton alleging copyright infringement. They claim one of them days copies their plot, characters, and underlying story structures. The accusers raised team of having misappropriated plaintiff's original expression and passed it off as their own without authorization, credit, or compensation. The writers say they first shared their script with producer in 2023, and then again in 2024 with the executives at Green Eggs Go Ham, a company founded by former script producer. Just weeks later, Ray's film was announced. A timeline the plaintiffs argue was too close to the coincidence. First of all, it stars Keke Palmer and SZA. It was a $14 million budget. They made $51 million or whatever. Again, when I watched the movie, it fully gave me Friday vibes. However, if they had a script that they show Issa Rae that matches what Issa Rae and them did, that has to be addressed. Issa Rae and them would have to show proof that they had a concept before meeting with these people. Okay. Because if you meet with someone, show them your idea, and they say, "Oh no, that's okay. We're gonna pass on that." But then they put out something similar. The fact that the name is different by one word is crazy. And I think it's stupid when I think it's dumb because the movie is Friday. It's like we're not gonna act like it's not Friday. It's just two females. That's part one. But because I don't know what the person's script said, maybe the script included, the exact details. Maybe the script included, the firefighting boyfriend. Maybe the script included, stuff that they use specifically that can't be just pop, this is an instance. That's a coincidence. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure lawyers be involved and we can figure it out. But again, one of them days was Friday. So boom, bap, pow. Diddy was trying to get bail. Still, prosecution is still saying, "Hey, judge, deny the bail." Okay, he should not get bail. Okay, he is a danger to society. Okay, we want to seek a substantial prison term. He should not get out. Okay. Again, a danger to the community. Urged the judge to keep him in custody ahead of his October 3rd sentencing. They cited his access to private planes, international connections, history of violence, and alleged allegations of witness intimidation. I don't understand why people are acting like Diddy ain't dangerous. I don't understand why people are acting like he don't still have some kind of power. I don't know why they're acting like he was found guilty on a couple of crimes. Yes, he did not. He was out of 5 crimes, he was guilty of 2. When is that a get out of jail free card? It's weird to me that they're trying to placate this thing. Oh, he's okay. He ain't gonna do shit. He's been doing shit. Okay, he's been an abuser. He's been a control freak. It's too much shit. And I feel like Diddy thinks, and his team too, think he gonna get years in prison. I think, my opinion, they want him out because they feel like he's gonna get time. And he either wants to have some time free before going to prison, or he want to run. I think he don't want to get out just because. He wants to get out to do one or two things. Either run to Bali with Russell Simmons, or maybe be out with his family for a couple of weeks until he's sent away to prison. But leave his ass in there. He's an absolute threat to the people. Okay? And the crazy part is the girl who was on Tasha K's channel a couple years ago saying that he was a bad person wrote a damn letter to the judge supporting him to get out. He has not been violent for many years. Girl, why you lying? Gina, go sit your ass down somewhere. Okay? Okay, because either you lie on Tasha K platform about what he did to you, about him causing you to have a miscarriage, or you're lying now. She said, I'm writing as the person identified as victim number 3 in this case. I've known Sean for years, personal, professional. I've seen him primarily as a father, a family man, and businessman role that has always strived to uphold. I brought a letter to share my observation. Girl, you was fucking that man. I shared letters to share my observations about his character and to respectfully request the court permit his release on bond while the case proceeds. No. She brings up how I respect the calm stance accused and that the court must weigh public safety. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Our relationship was like many others, was not perfect. We experienced ups and downs and mistakes were made, but he was willing to acknowledge his mistakes and make better decisions in the future. He did not. He was beating up old girl just last year. I never understand people who she said, I am writing because I do not view him as a danger to me or the community. This is his first criminal case. Throughout the investigation and proceedings, he has been cooperative, respectful, and compliant. He has substantial ties to his family and community, including children who depend on him for emotional and financial support. Granting him bond would allow him to continue caring for his family and fulfilling his girl. Them kids fine. Them kids is fine. They're fine. I feel like even writing to ask, can he get out? Girl, he pay your rent too? So Diddy, this to me is the more reason to keep him in here. He's able to reach people to defend him from behind bars. Lock Diddy ass up. Leave him in there. Okay, we do not want him around here at all. Leave us be, bitch. I think it was this Cardi B laugh. Is that all I have left? I did Megan. I did them. I did Issa. I did Sha'Carri. Where is it at? I got Cardi in them. Over there. I want to get here. So Karrueche and Deion Sanders. Child, Deion around here recovering from bladder cancer. And some folk around here gossiping about him and Karrueche. I'm like, why does it was one piece of a video of her being there. And now people are making think pieces because, Karrueche was either new or was friendly with Tracy Edmonds and blah, blah, blah. Claudia being messy. Claudia and this lady have a podcast or whatever, and they were discussing, the video that Deion and the family put out showing he had bladder cancer and how we think Karrueche could out crying and being there for him at the show that the crowd on. And Claudia Claudia is like, her and Tracy Edmonds, Deion's ex-girlfriend, were like friends.
The last one, Erica, because I definitely have something to say about this one.
Sure. Deion Sanders has been dropping videos about his cancer battle, and from the looks of it, he's flying solo.
That is not true. Claudia. I was surprised by it.
Erica, what do you think about this? Now, I know people are like, okay, yeah, I'll spit it out. Basically, Karrueche Tran, who's a gorgeous girl, I like her as well.
Beautiful. And a sweetheart.
Yeah, she's sweet. Was by Deion Sanders' side after he had his bladder removal surgery. So I was just like, I could have sworn that I'm good friends with Tracy Edmonds. And I do remember Tracy hearing rumors about Karrueche possibly dating Deion. So
now let's make sure we are aware. Tracy and Deion Edmonds were not married. They were dating. They were in a full-fledged relationship. They're not together anymore. They broke up a while ago.
He saw her at an event. I think it was Niecy Nash's event. And you want to do the last one, Erica? Because I definitely. calmly, just in conversation with her, she asked her if she was dating Deion, and she said no. She laughed it up and said no. So, it was kind of like to hear it and to see this now. And I do recall that they, that Tracy and Karrueche were cool. Like they, Tracy has put Karrueche in some projects.
I feel like acquaintances, coworker friends, industry friends. There's a thin line between I know you from the industry versus we are good friends. We're hanging out. I have your number. You have my number. We, kiki and all that stuff. If you hired me to do some work, what does that mean?
They're friends, I thought. So I don't know. Here's a picture right here of them two together. Can you see this? Can you see?
No.
Try to fix it.
Go.
Oh, let me fix this real quick. Let me do something real quick.
So somebody sent Claudia a text with this one picture of Tracy and Karrueche. I don't know what it's from or whatever. But I feel like, if we worked on a movie set or whatever, and we hung out while working together, does that mean that when you break up with, unless I was in your life around you and him as a couple, and like that's different to me. But if we just know each other and y'all were dating, but I'm not involved in that, and y'all then break up and I later on date you, I don't see an issue with that. I don't care if somebody I knew, a coworker of mine, who I knew her, and maybe she knew of my man, but she didn't know my man. And if later on they hook up on their own, that don't have shit to do with me at all. I also feel like if you can only show one photograph of Karrueche with Karrueche and Tracy Evans, if there is only like one picture of us together, are we friends? Are we friends? If all it is, oh, well, we worked together on something. We were, industry at a party together. And I saw her, here, there, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, was it a work relationship? Like, is that what it was? Or, I mean, I know you. I don't mean know you like that. Okay. Again, if there's only one picture of us like hanging out together somewhere, to me, that don't count. To me, it doesn't count. And because Tracy and him broke up, I'm Googling stuff of them together, trying to see. The only thing I see is when Tracy used to be on Extra and Karrueche was on Extra as a guest, they were around each other. But I'm like, where is that? And if that picture is from, okay, yeah, we are at an event and we hug up. I don't look. That's why I don't hug people. I don't hug folks unless we have some kind of relationship. I think Claudia's point was women shouldn't lie about it and just be honest. And that I agree with, but I also feel like if me and him are not dating, maybe we're friends. Or maybe I don't feel like it's your right to come question me or who I'm dating as if we cool. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. Also, don't approach me at an event asking about somebody I'm, you know what I'm saying? Look, because if we cool like that, you would not have to approach me at an event. You would call me because you're my friend. So I feel like even if in her point saying, hey, be honest, yes, be honest. But if we're cool like that, you have my number. Don't wait until you see, if you're hearing shit about me, if you're hearing maybe I heard you dating my man. Let me text Karrueche. Karrueche, girl, what you doing? I'm a call. And if person say no, we not messing around, girl. No, we not dating. Okay, cool. If I later find out they're now dating, I still don't care. Mainly because I'm not with them anymore. I'm not with that man no more. You know what I'm saying? And if I hear y'all messing around, if I don't have your number to call you and ask you about it, I'm not going to approach you at an event and say, hey, girl, I've been hearing things. Oh, really? What have you been hearing? Because my rule is, if you don't have my number to contact me, to ask me something directly, you can't possibly have an issue with me. You can't. Because you don't have any connection to me. If you can't, you can't. And I also feel like as long as she didn't meet Deion through Tracy and they hung out and all those things, and that's different. But if it was just, hey, that's your man, I see y'all over there, we have a working relationship separate from your relationship. I have nothing to do with if you've never been to Tracy's house and pissed in her toilet, if you've never had a glass of orange juice or wine at her house, if the only place that y'all have been around each other is in a working environment, her personal life has nothing to do with me. We at work. And if I meet, and again, both Karrueche and Deion are both, in the industry, I don't see it as Karrueche is this, oh, I can't believe. It's like, no, don't approach me at a work event about who I'm dating. Because clearly that means that we're not cool enough for you to contact me at all. Portia met Fallon's husband through Fallon. Portia met Simon through his wife. And as soon as that man and that lady had an issue, Portia contacted that man immediately via DM. That's different. It wasn't even a wait in time. That's different. Oh, I know. It's different. It's different to me.
So, I mean, here's my. Are you sure you saw it? Do you see it?
Okay, so listen, I want to be very careful here, because I had the honor and the privilege of hanging out with Tracy for your birthday weekend. She is a beautiful woman inside and out.
Now, like Claudia and old girl are both friends of Tracy. Cool. If y'all so cool with Tracy, wouldn't y'all know Karrueche? Because if I'm questioning Karrueche, but I'm good friends with Tracy, wouldn't y'all be aware of Karrueche and Tracy's actual friendship or whatever? I don't know.
I'm curious if could be any other explanation that might not feel as much of a betrayal.
See, we can't call it a betrayal. I don't see this as a betrayal.
I'm just asking if there's a possibility. I don't know anybody except for the time I got to spend with Tracy. But I'm curious. Has anybody said anything that could allude to maybe there being another reason for it?
Okay, here's the thing. Someone that their exes are someone you could date after they're done with them, after some time has passed, right? I don't think that it's right to be able to put a man on layaway so he never can date anybody else that you have ever met or you know. Is it in great taste? No, it's not. But that's where I think Karrueche, when she could have reached out to Tracy and just said, hey sis, you know, we're cool. I don't want any problems with you. Just so you know, I know you guys have been broken up, like the engagement was and canceled, called off. I was, you know, thinking about, I want to just give you a heads up that we're dating, or I might be going out with your ex. So you don't hear it on the internet. You don't catch wind of it on a messy blog. You don't have to hear about it in other places. And I think Tracy, being the girl's girl that she is, and she's not hanging on to Deion like that, I think it would have just been a classy thing to do. But I do understand you don't want, like, someone that no one wants to have that conversation. It's uncomfortable, but that's what grown-ups do.
Tracy and Deion dated for 11 years. They broke up in December. They called off their engagement in December 2023. And so that was almost 2 years ago. Look, girl. And the thing about it, the reason this aggravates me, because no one is saying two things. No one is saying Karrueche is dating Deion. Also, no one is saying Karrueche and Tracy had a friendship. Trying to assert we were friends on to someone. Girl, we weren't friends. We were coworkers. I didn't meet your man through you. That's fucking Deion Sanders. We know him. You know what I'm saying? And again, if we don't have that kind of relationship, I don't owe you a phone call about who I'm dating now. I don't. You only owe that to someone you have an actual relationship, friendship with. We've hung out personally in real life. It is not connected to a job. It's not connected to them hiring me to work for them. We have an actual text friend group. We've had we emojis. That's when you owe someone, hey, a heads up. Okay. Again, like I said, if Karrueche and Tracy had a friendship, and Tracy had a text her, girl, what you doing? What's up? What's happening? But I don't owe you an explanation simply because we work together. We know some coworkers do have friendships outside of work. You know what I'm saying? We usually see those folks together, but if we only see them together at a work event, at an interview, whatever, that ain't what it is. So even trying to villainize Karrueche as, oh, she's a girl's girl, you know, this portrayal to Tracy, we have never even heard of Karrueche and Tracy hanging out. Ever. Now again, if there was an actual friendship, if there was an actual friendship, then yes, Karrueche should have a conversation with Tracy, or Deion should. She's his ex-fiance. We are going on Karrueche. Why not say Deion fucking around with his ex-fiance's friend? Why are we giving Karrueche this smoke? Why are we having full-fledged conversations about the woman and not the man? Oh, because he okay. We want to say, oh, Karrueche's betrayal. What about Deion's betrayal? What about Deion's betrayal? And until there is a clear indication that there is a friendship between them two, and not just, oh, they know each other because they see each other in passing from work. It's like, let's not try to drag Karrueche because, oh, she wrong. What about Deion? Okay, because when Deion was on interview, now Karrueche did put up here, we should have a national quiet day where everyone just shuts the fuck up for 24 hours. Okay. But Deion was on an interview, and he was asked directly about him and Karrueche.
Kill the messenger. Everyone seen Karrueche by your side during your hospital visit. Everyone wants to know what that friendship is about.
We got a bad connection. I got a bad. I can't.
You gotta go.
I can't back.
So when Deion was directly asked about him and Karrueche, he didn't even answer the question. No, the other girl on the thing called it a betrayal. I mean the comments from Claudia, old girl, and Carlos. The conversation as a whole between them three. Claudia was being messy, and so was Carlos. But when Deion was asked directly, "Hey, what about what's going on with Karrueche?" He didn't want to answer. Now he may not want to discuss it. Okay, and again, they may not be a couple. We don't know. I do feel when you include someone in a video about you going into surgery for bladder cancer, and we see this female who's there crying by your side, it does feel like you guys have some kind of relationship. Because your kids, well, the son was there, but that means she is involved enough to know what's going on. Because she's a working actor. She declared schedule to come to the hospital to be there for you. You know, she's having full-fledged conversation with the doctor. So it's like it do feel like it seems like there is some kind of relationship. But do Deion or Karrueche owe Tracy a conversation? It depends on if they had an actual friendship or if people is pulling at straw because they can't figure out what's going on. So again, in my opinion, the only reason Karrueche and or Deion Sanders owes Tracy Adams kind of heads up is if she had an actual friendship with Karrueche. Not, hey, Karrueche actress, I'm Tracy producer. I want to hire you to do a job for me. Okay, boss, thanks, give me my check. Okay, and then, we're promoting the movie or whatever. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's a working relationship. And if you have a man, that ain't my business. Like who at my job could I date a man? I mean, I wouldn't want to. They're all Caucasian. My point is, I'll say this. The people at my job, I don't know any of their husbands. I know that I have married coworkers. I see maybe a picture on a desk. That's it. I probably can't spot their husband out of a lineup. I'm just aware that they are married, but that's their life. I have nothing to do with that. If they were to get divorced and I meet their husband out in the world somewhere, tell your ex we together. You know what I'm saying? Depending on who it is. But I don't feel like I owe anyone who I don't have a friendship with a conversation if I meet their ex in these streets. Especially if I had nothing to do with y'all. Like I've never seen it. That ain't me. Now, if I've ever been in the presence of your man and had interactions with the man, it is not just a quick hi and bye. I would say, let her know that we together. I would tell him, let her know we together. So that's your ex. Let them know. Because I didn't have a friendship with that person. You know what I'm saying? So it's a catch-22. But I don't like the fact that people are trying to only hold Karrueche responsible. Oh, well, she's wrong. It's this weird thing. Tracy confronted her and she didn't say yes or no or whatever. And let's show this one photograph of them hugged the girl. Deion, talk to Tracy. That's your ex-fiance. Okay, handle that. Lastly, we did Karrueche and them. Yeah, Cardi B. So, Cardi was over there. Well, it's a few Cardi things. One, Cardi says that she scored a legal win, a judge blocked stripper pass, and legal history from being used in the upcoming assault trial. So Cardi got lawsuits up the ass, child. So back in 2018, okay, this is a 2018 assault involving a security guard at a Beverly Hills Beverly Hills Medical Center. The judge said, hey, you can't use Cardi's past. Okay. It says defendants' prior acts and alleged prior acts, as well as prior involvements in exotic dancing or any gang associations, have no apparent prohibitive value, and any reference thereto would be unduly presidential. What is it, presidential? I can't pronounce the word right. It could confuse the jury, so it's a no. When you suing someone for some kind of physical assault or whatever, and they are either they're in gangs, they've had this, they had that. If you use their past, it can make the jury feel as if they're guilty. She's a stripper, okay? She had this and that and that and that. The judge saying, hey, no. Okay, we not gonna have none of her history around here. See y'all for trial on August 11th. Let's see. Imani Ellis alleged Cardi B struck her, called the entry, and required plastic surgery. Cardi said, "Girl, I do shit." We had an argument, and that was it. Okay, and leave it be. Cardi, girl, stop fighting people. Okay. Cardi B and Stefan Diggs are still going strong. Okay, Cardi posted these pictures up on social media, and he said, sniffing BBL. The fact that they are still playing on that Cardi butt stank and they like girls alive, that a weird blog put up, and it was not true. But him like, look, yep, I'm still sniffing her ass. Okay, and my man. And folks keep saying they think Cardi pregnant. I don't think she's pregnant. I've been paying attention to this. I've been looking. Because I feel like people are posting like fake pictures of her and making it seem as if she has a belly. And I don't think she's pregnant. I do feel like people are posting fake news because, I don't see Cardi after not getting pregnant at all in life and then getting with, married and all that stuff. I just don't feel, I don't know. I'm gonna keep looking and see. But, from here, she don't look pregnant. We also know it's ways to cover up her belly. We know Cardi had a pregnancy before. I don't know. But I'm like, if Cardi B is pregnant by Stefan Diggs and her daughter is not even a year old yet, they're going to rip her to shreds. They are. Period. If Cardi is with child, I'm pretty sure folks is going to rip, even though she's a grown-ass woman, she knows what she want to do. But yeah, I don't know. Okay. Also, Cardi was around here. She she opened up SummerSlam at the WWE yesterday. She did show she premiered a new song a little bit. But Cardi puts parking tickets that were QR codes for her album on all the cars. That was smart. That is great marketing. If you are out here working for WWE and you are out here trying to get your album promoted, yes, put a damn sticker on each car. So that way it's promotion. That was smart. And folks kept on saying, because Cardi is around here, child, and she was at something because they said because she's wearing this big ass outfit. But I'm gonna watch and keep watching. But yeah, it was cute of her to do, that stuff. Now, her and Ra Ali did an interview somewhere where allegedly, child, within the past month or so, her and Cardi were both in Cons friends, and ran into each other at the airport. Now, it's weird because Ra Ali say, well, no, I knew she was there, and I saw her. I was recording. I was in a wheelchair. And when Cardi realized it was me, eventually Cardi got mad and she's alleged she threw some headphones at her. I don't really care. Honestly, Ra Ali and her had that altercation back in 2018 at the was it the Met Gala back then? The fight that happened at the event back in 2018 between Nicki Minaj, Ra Ali, and Cardi. It's so old. It's so old. But Cardi said, this.
So, and yes, I know that I'm grown. I know that I'm grown, and I shouldn't have that mentality. But let's be fucking for real. If I wouldn't have said nothing, and if I would have been an adult, she would have came online and would have been like, "Oh, I saw Cardi B, and she didn't do nothing. She's pussy." And on top of that, I don't care what it is. Your friend's security, and you attacked me. Y'all grabbed me. No, the security grabbed me, and you attacked me. And if you thought I was gonna let that shit fly, you out of your fucking mind. Like I can't die on this earth. I can't live and die knowing that somebody put their hands on me and I never did nothing back. Like,
and that's from the 2018 altercation that happened back then.
Bitch, I'm from the Bronx. You from the Bronx. You know what's up. So anyways, I'm on the line and I'm waiting because I know she has to go upstairs to the lounge, and we're going to the lounge. And it's like, all right, that's where we're going to handle our business. Because I know she's aware that we in cons, and I'm aware that I'm in cons. Like, ain't nobody trying to go to jail. So I'm on the line, and now I see that she's stood up now. Now she's not in the wheelchair. Now she's standing, but she's staring at me. Like, she's staring at me, like literally staring at me. She's not getting her eyes off of me. So now I'm already thinking to myself, like, it's like, fuck it. Like, it is what it is. We're about to fight right now because she looking at me like she wanted. So that's when I start arguing with her. So, and yes, I know that I'm grown, handle our business, because I know she's aware that we in cons, and I'm aware that I'm in cons. Like, ain't nobody trying to go to jail. So I'm on the line, and now I see that she's stood up now. Now she's not in the wheelchair. Now she's standing, but she's staring at me. Like, she's staring at me, like literally staring at me. She's not getting her eyes off of me. So now I'm already thinking to myself, like, it's like, fuck it. Like, it is what it is. We're about to fight right now because she looking at me like she wanted. So that's when I start arguing with her, and like, I start arguing with her, and she's just telling me, like, you need to grow up, like, be for real, grow up. So that's when I threw a JBL speaker on her head, and she said, you feel better about yourself? And then she's acting like now she's gonna fight, like, but she wasn't being like aggressive. She was like, oh, okay, now, because I guess she was sick. I don't know what was wrong with her. So then I guess her handle our business.
I feel like even the little snippet that Riley
look ahead of me, and there's no one else there, just Cardi.
Oh, so this is recently.
This is the other day. I took my phone
Just in
out, I
case.
pressed record. And so now, once she informs him that I'm there, it's in 5, 4, 3, 2, show.
I didn't even care to go look at Riley's clip.
The line. I will never like go to the back.
Where's the clip? Because there was a snippet that showed that Riley did at least have a I can't find it. They were in the same place, but I feel like if we had beef in 2018 and I ain't seen you since then, and at the last time I seen you, you know what I'm saying, you was able to hit me, I'ma probably try and hit you back. I'ma see what's up. Okay. And even Cardi saying, well, I waited till it was, back in the lounge and not in the other area. Girl, I don't care. But I think the main point is Ra Ali was the one who came out saying, oh, I saw Cardi, whatever, and she got up and girl, doesn't matter. Because the thing is, you saw Cardi first. You saw Cardi before Cardi saw you. And it was recording. I also find it weird that no one has any footage of this, but Ra Ali made sure to get a little snippet of Cardi standing like at the airport. So I don't care. I don't. I want them to leave what happened back in 2018. Cardi admitting that, she did get hit because she was being held back. But if you hit her in the head with a speaker in 2025, girl, good. So right, you go left, Cardi go right, and then leave it at that. Because I'm like, girl, no. Okay. But Cardi was like, bitch, bye.
Right now, because she looking at me like she wanted. So that's when I start arguing with her, and like, I start arguing with her, and she's just telling me like, you need to grow up, like be for real, grow up. So that's when I threw a JBL speaker on her head, and she said, "You feel better about yourself?" And then she's like, she's acting like now she's gonna fight, like, but she wasn't being like aggressive. She was like, "Oh, okay, now," because I guess she was sick. I don't know what was wrong with her. So then I guess my security is like, like now he in between both of us, because now the police is really coming. Like they're really rushing to the part of the airport. And she was saying, "You feel good now? Like you good? That's what you wanted?" And I kept saying, "Yeah, that's what I wanted. Of course I'm gonna get my lick back." And you know that I'm not lying because she practically saying it herself. I don't know why you said that I was throwing a shoe. And why you not saying that you got hit in the head with whatever? But you know what? Whatever. At the end,
ladies, move on. Okay, there's no need to fight anymore. Leave it alone. Anyway, y'all, guess what? I'm done. I told y'all we did not have much to discuss today, and I can relax for the rest of the evening. The key or the point of today's live is, look, keep your hands to yourself. Okay, you can't date your friend's exes. But if we're not friends, it's fair game. Okay. Everyone stole from the movie Friday. Okay. Diddy should stay in prison. Okay. And Soulja Boy, stop hanging around people who have guns. Make sure to watch the other content up on my channel. Y'all know it is other things up and whatnot. Okay. Please make sure to also like this video and subscribe to my channel because it's also the thing to do. But I'm gonna go relax, y'all. I love y'all. I had a good time. Okay, 2 lives in one day, and now I can chill out. Anyway, bye.